Yeah, I think it's quite embarrassing. You see, always and always, trying to shift blames and bequeath responsibility to people. And from the address, that is what I found. Because with the collapse of the economy, squarely, you pejai, and they control the doorsteps of Ukraine and Russia, and they time the same thing that they took COVID-19. So the president and his team absorb from the blame. My culture says when there is a problem, until so me admit say you are responsible, you have to be intrinsic motivation to find a solution. You will never get it. So he keeps bequeathing responsibility by blaming other people. Ukraine-Russia war. Then you begin to ask yourself, say, you know more Cote d'Ivoire. Amo debt to more GDP saying, inflation number saying, amo debt portfolio saying, because they are not chasing IMF for a bailout. Togo tea higher, go and check oil. I'm told say this morning, oko pump na Ghana sikam is around 9 cities. It's less than 10 Ghana cities. And then Ghana, it's times 2. It's around 23 cities at the pump. You can't let a pure water 2. Because 1 pure water 500 mils. Yeah. So pure water mienu, 1 liter. And on a sell over 23 Ghana cities. If you want to say, you're making it simple for you. That is the situation. Then you begin to ask yourself, dear nurse here, COVID-19, Cote d'Ivoire, Kobe. Your friends, you Togo for Kobe. Ukraine-Russia war affect you, but why then say Ghana's situation has become precarious? It's also the fundamentals. And that is what we want the president to admit, sir. There are certain decisions they've taken over the years. Because I told you, sir, DSSI by debt service suspension initiative, yeah. Yet two was say, wow, what can we do? Bra 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 bra. Mama subscribe to. Now you're making sure say you better restructure mamo. In the end, what happened? We decided not to go for Cote d'Ivoire, Togo kwaje. What end emotion but we didn't go because everything is cool. President said they will be arresting people, putting up false news. I think that is what I'm telling you. That particular call is a missed call because it's a missed call because. Yes, because any drive city no, the reality is that I mean, Freezer Obaya president of mobile no. 2018, yakwaji dollars eba kromha, your friends say bond market no, you floating over 2 billion. 2019, yakwaji 3 billion. 2020, yakwaji 3 billion. 2021, yakwaji 3 billion. So in the face of all this, now there were too much dollars in the system. And upebia ubenya. The reason why a dollar no air cost say there are too many people looking for few dollars. So one of the solutions is you cut the number of people looking for dollars. That is what I'm saying. You put restriction on the dollar by coming up with a radical revolutionary kind of way on your forest regime. Send nipa wun to kwai every Ghana no. You don't need dollar. I said dollar ni be do botoma. One how this I want to turn unya hwemfa nye. Because other countries that is what they are doing. So in a situation like this, that is the system you create. Importers no amkoto nyama babonte no. Yes, once you go, Bank of Ghana will give the money once you show say indeed you are an importer. But nipa ni nye importer na say akwantu no otu a. Uduru kotoka banks wo ho. You give them your cedis, they'll give you dollar. So these forests now those deals now, you incorporate them into the banks. So answer no be has to change dollar no. Now and yes sir, you don't need dollar in this particular country. Again, those who are pricing in dollars put a ban on all of them. This is what you call decisive leadership. You know what you're doing. You are being strong. You are taking the situation you are holding the bull by the horn, by the horn. Yes, yeah. And that's just a weird leader. But not those things because the solution is you put a caveat say free neko won't you don't need a dollar. Say dollar show botoma. One my grace period. Give it up else. Over to try because unya adibia and fire all the core banker yanje. Ebasa all the dollars in the system will go back to the central bank and then the CD will appreciate. But we are not doing all these things.
Free consultation.
Free consultation. Make us but
the problem we are okay. See, I do well because ports, porter. Yeah. And near my duty, no more calculating, calculating in dollars.
Exactly.
And a buying casa budget or calculating in dollars.
Now, a buying for to can you with dollars. In dollars. What I say? So that dollarization of the
offices are dollars. As you bottom,
me say dollar no a Google man for them, a moon from bank. Dollar no is in their room, so price no cost no they are gaining. So nobody is moving in there, you stabilize the way because dollar now rising. It's business for some people. Marketing now affected, but some individuals because none make catch will be say obi free US bar a year January and order $100,000 a bar kroba. Na say or sister sika no na say mfa say obenya 200,000 Ghana cedis and order Koto bank. Na this time in the same person from US but say oba me ba yi sika na me be to Ghana no na obeyi sa sika no wie na say o change it to the dollars $100,000 na order baba to bank no now the person will get around $50,000 sika no the to bank no e who because of the situation. That is how risky the situation is. So government need to take certain bold decisions, certain bold measures. Na nya sa na speculators, not speculators no. Among for multi-crime who teach exercises. Kwame Nkrumah pencil, they were there. What I say? Yes, you can find a way to regulate them, but I know your solution because the entire solution getting who see no fall who are she say dollar in the Nkrumah. Central bank in the dollar because first market say 2018 yakwadi to your friends 2 billion 2019 2 billion 2020 2 billion 2021 2 billion 3 billion I can say $11 billion and then COVID-19 by rapid credit facility you subscribe to 1 billion your friends dollars and a young kasa you sign special drawings by the fact that we are member of IMF na Ghana no na you share 1 billion World Bank MI over $931 million. All these monies were in dollars. They came into the system. But this whole year, no, none of these dollars and I work chroma say. And Sikana ba ni nyina they make sure say you be yusu say be kwaya nyansa anim na ya sinagu. We are talking not me can about importation ya lesson and as for you see import your friends say every restriction on importation, you know, must be preceded by production. So at this point, you can't cut rice. You can't even have rice production. Go back to 2021. Ghana, $391 million and the coffee mobile kruma. We need more $121,000. So you can't even importation of rice, you know, won't mean cutting even by 2%. Because once I cut it, it means that there's going to be shortage. Because we produce because me say you have 121,000 over $391 million. You know now more you have $121,000, $121K. And the some more way, you know. If you only have to feed him 1 year, so you can't do that. You understand? So Sabra now, then this is the time I am going to Greek minister say, "Sa planting for food na no nama." Those comedies now not all you know, but at this time in Kasania man are coming on stream. It's yes, I'm ready. You could be a more. Cause Yelisicano ko abontin that. You have to talk cast and then as a photo petrol a man for a son and they show more girlfriends room demuniema. Instead of saying they call grounds to tell the ground, they never tell the ground. Now the reality is dawning on us. And that tells you say some of us who came here and told you say planting for food and jobs no more can is nothing but a joke and your slogans and a nipa shibi because this time and those dividends not coming on stream. Now and no be given life to the factories we are setting up. So that your friends say pardon because these things are everyday need. So pardon or young kasi produce here so you may not need dollars to go outside. And go, you will be. And they say part the crab wired. Yes. Hey. And I see. Part near 25 cedi and the 15 cedis. And do you know interesting thing? You see, you know what the trato gua. Your friends say a molecular intimate talk. You don't. A mole. Yes, intimate talk because the city is useless outside the borders of this particular country. So everything you have to outside this particular country, you need dollars. What I say? And some of these things, getting dollar kakane ukrumado. Now you say the call again importation or more no. In extreme situation like this, I call it for extraordinary measures. Some of the measures may not be economic friendly, but you have to take them. Your amount for China acquire importation and as a for Bakroma. To situation like this, a government have a certain bilateral engagement with central bank elsewhere. So Ghana for China will not go with money. Their monies will be deposited at the central bank. And the arrangement between the Ghanaian government and the Chinese central bank, you know, you travel and go there, you go for the Chinese yuan, you buy whatever that you want to buy, you come back, then the banks will find a way to, balance their paper, your books, and then as for them. Sometimes they can even give you a grace period like 6 months, and then as for. And to Ghana, new idea from China within a period, all that you have to do is a Sikane crown, cities, Fako, your friend is in central bank. Now your mount country now, China. Your friends are musicano, the equivalent. Then what letter of credit or whatever is given to you, you take the money from the bank and then you go and buy. So CD will not be transporting. Again, another regulation. Do you know that all the big companies, there is no law that says a retained percentage of your capital in this particular country. So Vodafone any business in month way, $100,000, they repatriate everything away. ShopRite in South Africa away. So the countries are benefiting. So we are in an extraordinary situation. What are the extraordinary measures? Free nekono, strictly, you get parliament to weave a regulation that says, percentage of your capital, 45% is going to be retained because Ghana is in a messy situation. That is what you do. It will make the city stabilize. Because the more dollar kakana wana, with the source of this particular country, it means your CD every week because won't produce. So this is a time we should question our Greek ministers. In some no catch one district, one factory, but we no. What has come on stream? They should tell us. Because what I say, that is what we were expecting the president out there. I'm telling you, Nana Akufo-Addo, nobody hates him. That is what has brought the economy on him. Because he's able to account to people and people will be praising him and the production are coming on stream. Says commander. So you see sugar factory or Uko commander, your sugar factory. Sugar na as you said by Yajumo no, Cabraneto, and I NDC for no buy and no moon reaction there, and I went people for so by one reaction there, Sansa Muninti, that particular factory, no, and it's why your Fasika over $151 million. Echo Brazil, Echo sugar the Bakuma, because Obian reaction there will be actually the way factory that I say, San Sabi politics, and I had then I say, San Yada sadly me at the one. So this is the time I been less minds, creative minds, innovative minds. People who are reasonable, people who are not vindictive, people who have what it takes, people who have, your friend saying, a certain insight into modernity and modern governance. Always, be looking into what is going on elsewhere and try to experiment. But if we keep ourselves in the primitive way of thinking, so we will never advance. And we try to polarize the whole discussion, sway people into NDC and PP politics, the language that will mend the broken trust in a way, we don't find it because as we speak, there is a broken trust, there is a broken confidence. The estate, is under threat as we speak. If care is not taken, we are likely to lose this particular estate. We are very likely because when you see economic wailings, mass economic hysteria, there is trepidation everywhere. Certain external influence may come and you lose your government. That is the point we don't want to get to. And the president, I think he should blame himself because the many decisions that he took when he announced his way, now when say MPP for pie or party for Abasepam Kenoforiata and as for address Robano. Out of respect that I have for my people. Out of the respect that you have for your people as president, because you are not a repository of wisdom or knowledge. Second, for sacrificing the love of the people. Ken with a whatever that he can do, in the shadows he can do to help you. You let him sit aside. But this is a man who doesn't respect people. The opinions that is being expressed on the street, to him, a BF. For him, what I say? Is it BS? I'm fine, what I say, and it's the reason why and the predicament on daily basis, I keep growing, and you can't have mercy. You can't pity the president because so people around him are not helping. Instead of him to be bold enough and say enough is enough, look at people around him always singing praises and stuff. I told the idea Ghana for you angry, the ministers in Biba Bontia, no Abakansa be Kurasema na omuko kumasitense muna na poko kan say journalists na jeje bribe na omu ebu Akufo-Addo. The same Akufo-Addo went back there 2016 for campaign. I want for them to master form and onante so. And do you be we nyansania? Question be na so obi sa ho. Because nipa yeden to master form man na no and on mama for to na boy huru no. Nipa we nyansani no. That is what you do. And these are some of the things papa na was say Ghana for year by for no chehene na say for no. These are certain commonsensical clues that they need to pick when you are talking, so that you have the insight. Because every year, the current state of this particular country, some of them don't even understand it. What I say, they are just hanging on to position, playing chiefs and stuff. They don't understand the fundamental. You see, so we are trying to paint a picturesque description about the sad state of Ghana's economy. But there is no redemptive alternative aside change, and that is that change that Akufo-Addo is not ready to take.
Ne family.
Yes, and Titi, let's also from oil. Let me read and switch it, but so I continue.